I started playing EVE Online in 2020 again, after 7 years of a break. I was just looking for some fun entertainment, and my initial goal was to focus on roleplay, a thing I had never done before. So I came up with this idea of creating a mortal character, not a capsuleer. I like the idea of a mortal character interacting with like godlike, ultra wealthy, immortal capsuleers, and how that would turn out. I knew I would become very addicted to Eve, but I could have a short adventure, and after some months, I would probably blow up and could move on with my life. Uh, the idea was basically if my character's escape pod exploded, the character is dead and would be biomassed, and I would quit the game. But this is not what happened. I created my character, Comey Valentine, named after a Japanese singer, Komoi, that is spelled like Comey, and a kinda thrashy science fiction show called Andromeda. Her background was pretty simple in the beginning. A very good hacker from a wealthy background, graduating like the Republic University and exploring the universe together with her ship's crew. I even wrote some short stories about it and created some other artworks. It was, yeah, a really fun time for me. Comey got eventually hired by the Tribal Intelligence Agency, a German roleplay corporation, and was out there to find valuable blueprints for a small salary. However, one day while hacking into a Sunshard data center, suddenly a whole fleet showed up and blew up her ship. Comey was the only survivor of that incident. After that, she needed to form a new crew, and she continued her risky job, this time in more dangerous, unexplored wormhole space, while being joined by other capsuleers. However, she explored some really valuable assets in wormhole space, and a new problem began to emerge for my roleplay. With all the millions and billions of ISK she was making now, there was no reason for her to continue. She could settle down on a planet and just get married and have a beautiful life, never ever having the need for any money again. Of course, I still wanted to play, so I eventually found something different. She had the idea to bring good to her Minmata brothers and sisters by producing drones and basically creating jobs in her home region. It started out when the corporation allowed her to use one production facility at their Raitaro at the time. And this business really worked out well. Soon in Haimata and Metropolis, everybody would buy her salvage drones. This was growing, so Komi decided to form her own corporation, Valentine Drone Design, and anchor her first production facility in space, as well as going full on public and run for the CSM for reasons. The main reason for this was that when I came back to the game, I was kind of sad that all the cool stuff from back in the days, like walking in stations, dust, like other crazy ideas where like ships could fly in the atmosphere of planets, were basically scraped, and EVE Online felt to me like a game with no future vision. Just imagine returning after almost 10 years and the game is literally the same, even worse, and all innovation seems basically dead. So without a real platform and without being known by the most people, Comey still ran for CSM. And it led to some funny stories where opposing CSM candidates would set up a bounty on her. Of course, I did all the CSM stuff in character, and it didn't help that at the same time, Comey found a bug. Because she was a very good hacker, in Concord's FTL network. So she went into hiding in Venal and in Ushrakan Sov at the time, while Concord, the Guristas, and all the CSM bounty hunters looked for her. And but it was really wild and it was really fun. Eventually, everything settled down and she could grow her cooperation and her business. She was invited to an alliance of industrialists loyal to the Minamata Republic and rose through the ranks. With all that happening, my personal commitment to Eve rose a lot. I really loved this character and all the cool stories that emerged. Of course, within the roleplay community, there was some genuine criticism about Komi's character. I mean, she kind of was a Mary Sue in some regards, competing with Capsuleers while not being one. But I kind of fell in love with her, and after all those adventures we had together, basically, I really did not want her to die, which was another problem. So I kind of played it safe. Um, Maybe one day I will make a video on Komi's heroic and almost unbelievable lucky stories that happened over the years. Um, anyway. Okay, so potentially our alliance got war-decked by a coalition of high-sec pirates. At the time, we had some leadership changes and were pretty weak for our size. In the beginning, Comey and her excellent ECM skills could help out. However, personally, I felt bad about not being able to properly defend my friends' assets when they defended Comey and her station so many times. Um, yeah, this was when I created my PvP alt. Something I never wanted to do in the first place. Anyway, over the next months, we defeated the pirates again and again, and I really enjoyed this new thing called PvP. Even becoming a fleet commander, and previously my PvP had always been escaping from Bombas and Lokis and Sabres and what else is there in nullsec data sites while you do some hacking. So fast forward to today, and I spend most of my active playtime with my PvP alt. Comey is still running her industry, sometimes does a little bit of low-sec mining fleets, and she still has some big plans for the future, but having the ability to shoot other people to defend our home and neighboring systems is really fun. Um, yeah, this is not the only problem I'm facing currently in the game. So Eve is a very interesting game. It might not be the perfect MMO, but I personally can use it to completely escape reality. There have been days where I wake up, start the PC, join this parallel universe, and go to bed, I don't know, at 2 a.m., at 3 a.m., just to repeat the cycle. My real life has honestly been falling apart in the last couple of years, um, just because of my commitment to Eve and because I'm so invested in it. Um, so now this is kind of personal. After I lost my job because of reasons, I have held myself over water with freelancing and other stuff. However, currently I'm in a situation where I haven't worked for 4 weeks on the project I'm working on, with a deadline that is coming closer and closer. Instead, I just log into Eve and spend the whole day in Eve. Sometimes just messing around on Discord, so not even playing the game. And I feel really burned out and depressed right now. So yeah, I need to change something, or else everything will fall apart and turn completely bad. Um, yeah, and this is why I wanted to make this video, to remind people of the importance of Eve Burnout. For me personally, Eve has turned from a fun experience um, into some kind of escapism from the real world. I have tried multiple times to limit my playtime, but it never worked out. Um, yeah, I think the whole reason why I want to announce this public, so people can call me out if I again post some random thoughts on some Discord server at 3 a.m. or whatever, or get into arguments over irrelevant stuff. Yeah, sorry, by the way, for all the people who need to read my very weird ideas sometimes, for example, how you can put a wormhole potentially into your cargo hold, warp to a different planet, and then you have basically created a time machine. Um, anyway, like it all comes down to the fact that, yeah, from a little pastime experience and a nice fun game, Eve has kind of turned into a real job, kind of. I probably spend 10 hours per day right now playing Eve. And I mean, you don't need to be very smart to see that this is very addictive behavior and also damaging behavior. So, as an end note, yeah, I really loved the game and the supportive people I met along the way. Um, I probably will still log in every day or every few days to just run Comey's business and update some sell orders. But right now, I really want to try to limit my playtime and to fix all my real life issues. Yeah, if you are in a similar place, good luck, honestly. Um, you might consider talking to some professional people if you are stuck in this escapism cycle. There's also a community called Broadcast for Reps. They have their own Discord server. Um, like if you are in a very bad spot in life, sometimes it helps, for example, just writing about it, or just to get people's opinions. And yeah, you might want to join that server. Anyway, my hopes right now that are that I can recover from my Eve burnout, fix my life, and in the future, when I come back, of course, maybe create some cool, unique digital art for Eve again. I feel that's really something I want to do. I like my mind is full of cool animation and video ideas, but yeah, I couldn't realize those just because I'm so addicted to Eve. What the fuck? So, yeah, fly safe and see you in space around. Uh, yeah, that's about it. Good luck.